Fallout. You could say, I like it a lot. Yep, I don't like falling out. But Fallout? Yes, sirree. Fallout Boy are okay, but their old stuff was better. But Fallout, I like this series. Then, in the summer of 2015, something changed. Bethesda had their first ever E3 conference. Fallout 4 was announced. Years of waiting, years of memes, and finally we had a release date. 10th of November 2015. People lost their shit. I cried, and I cried a bit more, and I was shaking, and then I cried some more. Fallout 4 had to live up to the legacy that its previous installments paved the way for. But, does it? Well, gamers and gamer reachers, that's why I am here today to tell you. Oh, fucking hell. That's a nice brew. So, sit back, crack yourself open a Nuka-Cola, pour a bowl of sugar bombs, and this is my review of Fallout 4. What's the point? It's like 3 months late. True, true. But I have spent longer with this game than most other reviewers. I've got to know it. I've lived with it. We've got like a marriage-like bond, me and Fallout 4. So you guys are going to get a way more unbiased review. That is my reasoning for being this late. Yeah, I totally meant to be this late. Totally. Oh, and before you crank your keyboard warrior hands in motion, let's remember something, guys. I've played this game on my platform of choice, the PlayStation 4. Therefore, this is going to be a review from the perspective of a PS4. No PCs in sight. I haven't even gone near a PC. So anything about mods fixing anything in this game is completely redundant. So let's just keep that in mind. No PCs, no, nada, not been near one. Let's just scrap that whole idea. PlayStation 4, yes. PC, no. This review is for a PlayStation 4 version of the game, not PC. So, don't even...
And so, gone is the soft purr of Liam Neeson.
I've been hearing things.
And the brown environment of Washington, D.C. Welcome, one and all, to shiny, happy Boston.
I'm sorry, that impression was horrendous.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's installing! It's installing!
2 hours later.
It's still installing.
1 eternity later.
It's still installing.
Okay, so the installation time was aggravating, especially when I was so excited to play it for the first time. But thankfully they inputted the special short films in with the bae of all baes, our star of the show, Mr. Vault Boy. These were sort of informational films like they had back in's olden days. In's olden days. I genuinely squealed with joy when the mysterious stranger bit happens.
It looks like luck has helped you once again.
I kid you not, this opening made me cry the first time. I mean, I had drunk about 3/4 of a bottle of wine by this point, and that may have influenced the emotions slightly, but all the Fallout references, that goddamn music. The E3 memories just came flooding back. And still, even when I load it up now, I can very rarely continue straight into the action without watching it at least once.
War. War never changes.
Okay, that's it. I'm done. I can't handle the feels.
Oh, hey Rihanna. Didn't know you were in the wasteland. And that's HaleFail, all ready to take on some bloatflies. Or babies? As you can see, this is the first Fallout game to bring us pre-war life.
See, I really wish that they had expanded on this bit. Like maybe some typical day-to-day life quests, like written down in a notepad as opposed to on your Pip-Boy, that would have been well cool, but instead it all just kind of felt a little bit there for the sake of it. I wanted to feel more attached to the world I was leaving behind.
You two, follow me! Come on!
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the gate?
A few moments later.
This is the Fallout game set furthest into the future, with nature growing back and looking more like its former self than ever before. This provides a much more beautiful looking environment with blue skies, sunlight and foliage. The scenery really is lovely, although perhaps not quite desolate enough to be Fallout-esque. At some points it was like gallivanting through something from Elder Scrolls rather than a destroyed apocalypse. However, some of the inside scenes are very ominous and creepy, especially the manner in which mannequins or skeletons are placed. They tell their own story in the background and it's brilliant. Those radiation storms though. The first time I witnessed one of those, I was all,
What's going on? For an open world game with days worth, weeks worth, even months worth of playtime available, it does alright, and that is the key word here. Alright.
I'm no graphics purist by any means, and honestly, if the models are a bit ropey, then I will not be the first to complain.
Do you need to use my tools? Do you need to use my tools? Do you need to use my tools? Do you need to use my tools?
However, the lip syncing, animations, obsolete engine, and overall presentation is just mediocre. I mean, Mama Murphy looks like fucking salad fingers, for God's sake.
Hello.
Mid-playthrough, I switched to Until Dawn as a friend had lent it me, and I was flabbergasted in the difference at how dated Fallout 4 looked in comparison. It was mind-boggling. Laughable almost. I feel almost protective over Fallout. I felt guilty that it didn't look as good. I couldn't deny it was very embarrassing. And then there's this. What are you doing? The quirkiness of the options that you could choose, along with Charisma, Black Widow, Science, Barter and Intelligence perks, providing specialist choices, really made me adore the earlier games. But, Lord, the choices here are abysmally watered down, which made speaking to people boring. In an RPG game. One of the main aspects is talking to people, and they managed to make it so cookie cutter and bland that I rejoiced whenever there was a sarcastic selection to make things a bit more interesting. Triangle is inquisitive, circle is douchebag, square is middle of the road, and X is being a kiss ass to everyone. And that is the same for every conversation.
Just traveling through.
Although I like the little tweaks, such as charisma choices being different colours depending on how easy it is to persuade them, rather than giving specific percentages, it makes you a bit more on edge about whether it'll work or not, but it's not a mind-blowing overhaul. Also, being able to bail on a conversation mid-talk rather than waiting for it to end and choosing goodbye is semi-handy also, but by no means did they make up for the basic blandness of the script. The only character with anything remotely interesting to say was Deacon. I love you, Deacon.
That got the blood pumping.
Uranium fever has gone and got me down.
And of course, the best song ever.
Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb. I want her in my wigwam.
Wigwam? What?
A staple part of the Fallout games, well, definitely 3, New Vegas and 4, are the accompanying tracks that back up your gameplay. I'm not talking OST, although the themes are all quite good, if a little repetitive. But the licensed songs that find their way onto your Pip-Boy radio stations. GNR and 3 Dog kinda do top it for me, but Diamond City Radio is full of snazzy swingers that will have you humming across Boston.
Although, uranium fever will get stuck in your head. be warned.
Being a fan of classical music myself, having an entire station dedicated to symphonic established pieces was awesome too, and is actually embedded in the storyline for a reason, which is even awesomer. Getting to slaughter a horde of super mutants whilst listening to is magnificent. The world of Fallout 4 introduces you to companions very early on in the game with Dogmeat.
Ah, Dogmeat, you're so cute!
As awesome as it is parading the waste with your four-legged friend, you soon learn that it's just too heartbreaking to see him crippled and leave him to chill in Sanctuary Hills. I hung out with Hancock for a while before he started doing this. He hates everything I do though. Why don't you love me? The creatures and combat have been amped up, now with additional legendary versions that hold special gear. I love the simple fine tune of VATS being slow-mo instead of entirely freezing the action, but I still like that bringing up your Pip-Boy does halt what's going on, otherwise things would just get a little too manic. Getting to modify your weapons with tons of additions is cool too, although I didn't spend a whole bunch of time doing this as it required loads of materials and you had to have certain perks, and I was always over encumbered and I couldn't be bothered.
One of the huge show-offs that Todd Howard displayed at that famous E3 conference was base building.
Creating settlements for travellers to call home, building thriving communities, using the environment to upcycle into shacks, water pumps, and mole rat head mounts. Survival necessities right there. For the first couple of settlements that I constructed, I was really into it. Every time one got attacked, I would fast travel my butt over there and help fight off any beasties from my base. But fast forward some hours into the game, after countless quests for the fucking Minutemen to rebuild Boston one piece at a time, yada yada yada, I couldn't give two shits anymore. The radio beacons are switched firmly off, so no more people come to join. Oh, you're getting attacked. I don't care. The best I can actually do is throw together a pre-made house, throw a few beds in there and say toodaloo. Bit of a shame because I loved The Sims, SimCity, Zoo Tycoon type games as a kid, but this was a very boring mechanic that just seemed a bit pointless. The inhabitants don't even do anything anyways, they just stand there being morbid or hammer at the same wall for all eternity. They don't thrive or grow, they just exist.
I'm afraid to say, it all just got a bit boring. I was no way near as enthralled as I was back on 3 or New Vegas, where I would spend solid 10-hour sessions and days playing it, being enthralled by exploring the worlds. But a couple of hours into this one and I just found myself being bored.
And this basically is what I summarise the whole game as. Boring, pointless, it was, I don't know. What was the point? At the ending, all you get is 10 seconds of FMV, and it's not a very good ending at that.
After the exciting first few weeks, it's now gotten extremely stale. And I must say, I actually can't wait until Uncharted 4 and Dark Souls 3 comes out, because it'll give me something different to play than this. It's like Bethesda knew that they were going to make a ton of money off this either way, so they just cut corners. It's such a shame. Also, the game crashed on me about 12 times. Okay, no other PS4 game has ever crashed on me before. It's not even fit for purpose. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I really wanted to like this game, but it just fell short of the hype and the expectation. And whilst I can't find it in my heart to give it either a HALE or a fail rating, Fallout 4 gets its very own middle ground rating of okay, or do you get it? Because it's just okay. It sounds like hey, or It was okay.
Thank you very much for sticking around for my review of Fallout 4. I'm pretty sure it's not the review that some of you were hoping for from me, but I'm sorry, I did have to be truthful here. And it wasn't really my jam, I was a bit let down by it, so sorry. Thank you for being patient as well, in that I'm not doing an awful lot on my YouTube channel at the moment, nor am I streaming a lot. It's because I'm doing a lot of work over on Games YouTube at the moment. I'm presenting and hosting for them quite a lot, and you may have seen me, if you're in the UK, in the game stores on the TV, which is a bit surreal. So yeah, if you want to see what I'm doing in the meantime, do head over to Games YouTube, and I will be there talking about stuff, chatting to some interesting people, and yeah, it's a really fun time. And also, I will be at Insomnia 57 this year, so if you're in the UK and you are bobbing along there, I will see you. Yay! Adios gamers and gameritas for now, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!